We're all going to jail!
I don't know where that lightning was. And there we have it, just out by Prince George Airport, 5:15. Fantastic hail shaft. I kind of missed it.
We're all going to jail!
Well, whether it's hot, whether it's cold, whether it's hot, Frankie's got the weather we've got. Wait a minute. Well, whether it's cold, whether it's hot, Frankie's got the weather, whether or not. There it is.
Hello, everybody. Listeners at C4 88.7 FM Prince George, CKUW 959 Winnipeg, CFBX 925 Kamloops, and of course Rogers Television in Vancouver Island. This is the Comedeorological Report. I am Joey Only, your host up here in Wales, British Columbia. This is your show about how much the weather sucks in Canada and beyond. Well, you know, sometimes it sucks around the world. Sometimes it sucks in the continent. But, you know, it seems like more and more of our guests, more and more of the comedeorologists are moving to Canada. So this is good. We have less American reports to give you and more Canadian reports this week. So that's good news. So we'll be talking to Mark Ingalls about that in a little bit. So today, this week's theme is we're all going to jail because we're bad weathermen. And we'll be talking about that today. This is really serious stuff. We're all going to jail on the Comedeorological Report. Okay, so every week we talk to the star of the show off the top of the hour. That's Frankie McDonald. We'll have him in about 30 seconds time. Then we have Brandon Houck, the radio weatherman out there in Brooks, Alberta. He's sitting by right away because he's got the biggest, most important hockey news in all of Canada to talk about. And you know it, the Brooks Bandits have won the Rocky Mountain Cup. So we'll be talking about that. That's the most important hockey news, of course, as far as I'm concerned. And then we have our associate producer, Imogen Bailey. She has showed up. Good to see her. And we got Mark Ingalls, the meteorologist. He's in Surrey, British Columbia, not in Portland. Great. And of course, the cowboy himself, Hilding Donaldson, out there in Grassy Plains. My good friend Hilding Donaldson joins us once again. So that's the cast of the show so far. We never know who's going to show up. I think Gabriel Berardo, the rapping weatherman, might come. We do have a clip from Joe Stover to play today. And I went and saw B.A. Johnston, C4 Radio in Prince George, sponsored B.A. Johnston to come play in Prince George there at the Omanika Center on Tuesday. And I was there and took some video. I filmed the whole show, actually. And from that, I was able to edit down B.A.'s, because I can't air any of the offensive stuff on television, you know. So I was able to find
it's
3 minutes.
Cable Access TV, like Community Channel 10 back in 1990s in Sydney, Nova Scotia. Can't air any of stuff like that on Channel 10, Community Channel 10, like the local Community Access TV in my area.
So luckily, though, Frankie, because I filmed the whole show, I was able to find 3 minutes of usable footage from BA's show. So we'll show some of that tonight, too. So and we got Justin Ordle showing up from Weather Center in Manitoba. So that'll be good to have him. I think we got a whole cast here tonight. Well, if any further ado, Frankie McDonald.
Frankie, the weatherman. Frankie, the weatherman. Who?
Frankie!
Who?
Frankie!
Ladies and gentlemen, Frankie!
We're all going to jail!
How's the weather so far? How you doing so far, buddy?
Doing great so far. It's really, really hot in California right now. And you get lots of rain in Ontario right now. Montreal, where base guy is at. Lots of rain going on in Montreal, Quebec, Canada right now. Then you get lots of showers and thunderstorms in Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, PEI, Newfoundland, in Quebec, in Ontario, Massachusetts, New York, and Washington, D.C., Pittsburgh, Philadelphia. A lot of those places in the States, it could be stall front possible. Could be an odd weather pattern in effect. That's going to bring a lot of cold, extremely hot air in Ontario sometime. And a few weeks later, it's going to bring extremely hot air in Ontario first. And temperature's going to be so hot in Ontario. And it's going to bring lots of thunderstorms and rain. And the next week, all across eastern United States and southeastern United States, it's going to be extremely hot in Death Valley, California, things like this. Temperature was over 50 degrees Celsius in the Middle East. It was so hot there. I just got my brand new smartphone because you can't even hear my videos.
Yeah, and I can hear your videos now, so that's amazing, Frankie. Is that why you got the new phone? You bought a whole new phone just because of me?
Because when I took a video of myself, I can't even hear myself before I even uploaded YouTube.
Ah, okay, good. So there was something going on with that phone. What else is going on in the world, Frankie?
Lots of rain, thunderstorms, rain going on in southwestern United States too, and extremely hot temperatures up around Brazil, and lots of weather for Brazil and Venezuela and all those places. Lots of thunderstorms, rain going on in northern Brazil, Venezuela, Colombia, Ecuador, Bolivia, and all these places. It's really dry in southern Brazil right now. Lots of rain, thunderstorms going on, and it's going to bring a whole lot of rain in Santiago, Chile next week. It's going to be drier than normal temperatures, really dry weather going on in northern Chile right now, because their winter starts on June 20th. Then it got a lot of snow happening in South Africa.
Really? Yeah, I heard that.
That means it could even get some South African people on Comedeorological weather, where it might get somebody from South Africa on.
Yeah, I was asking all my friends in South Africa, but it turns out I don't have any friends in South Africa.
You might get some guys from more guys in South Africa on your show. Lots of thunders and lots of dry weather in Rio de Janeiro and Sao Paulo, Brazil. Then you get to lots of dry weather going on there right now, and over in Europe, and lots of cold weather in Wales, England, Scotland, Ireland right now. It's really hot in Spain and getting warm and cold, fighting each other in France. It's going to be snow up in mountains in Norway. It's going to get really cold weather in Norway, Finland, Sweden next week as well. Then they got some warm air in Poland and Germany and Belarus and Moscow, Russia, and those places. It's extremely hot in Algeria, Morocco, Libya, and Egypt, and all those places. Got thunderstorms and rain going on in Turkey. Lots of rain heading towards Bosnia, Macedonia, Switzerland, Italy, and all those countries as well.
Right.
And weather over in Japan. Lots of rain coming off the coast of Japan. It's really humid there right now. They got some warm air, cold air fighting each other in Osaka and Sapporo, Japan. Lots of the rain thunderstorms going on in China right now, Bangladesh, Myanmar, Thailand. A lot of rain thunderstorms going on in Cambodia, Thailand, Singapore, Malaysia, Philippines, and Vietnam, Laos, and those places, and Myanmar, and all those places. A lot of rain thunderstorms going on right now. Over in India, a lot of rain going on in southern India right now. It's extremely hot in Delhi, India. It's so hot in India right now because they'll be transitioning from summer to monsoon season at the end of the month. It's extremely hot in Afghanistan too. In Iran, it's extremely hot too. And the weather in northern Africa, lots of rain thunderstorms going on in Nigeria and Ghana and all those places. And in Africa, you'll probably get somebody from Nigeria and Ghana on your show at some point.
Yeah, we could do that.
And that means
I don't know anybody from those countries. I'm not even popular in Canada, to be honest.
And the weather in southern Africa, lots of dry weather going on. They had snow in South Africa. Then they got some warm air, cold air fighting each other. Turn drier in South Africa next week because they had a big snowstorm. We got summer-like weather heading for South Africa later next week. Then they got a big, sometime at the end of June, we got another set of cold air heading for South Africa. Possibility more snow in the forecast. And high pressure goes counterclockwise in southern hemisphere.
Yeah, it does. It does the exact opposite, doesn't it?
Lots of dry weather. They got some showers and thunderstorms in eastern Madagascar, Africa, and they got some showers and forecasts in Mozambique as well, and weather in Australia, and lots of rain and thunderstorms going on in southeastern Australia. It's getting cold weather heading towards Sydney, Australia next week. Then they got lots of rain coming off the coast of southern Australia. Then they got some rain heading for Perth, Australia as well. And down in the weather for New Zealand is lots of warm weather in New Zealand lately, drier. Then it's going to cause rain there. Then you got cold weather heading for New Zealand next week as well. Then you got lots of rain forecast in New Zealand. You got snow in Queenstown, New Zealand, up in the mountains of New Zealand as well. And it's dark 24 hours a day in Antarctica. It's daylight 24 hours a day up in the Arctic.
Excellent, Frankie. Thank you for the World Weather Report. Very well done. Very well done. Joining our cast, we now had Hank Leester show up as well as Justin. So we have Brandon, Manitoba represented, and we have Wilkie, Saskatchewan represented. Does anybody in the panel of Comedeorologists have a question for Frankie McDonald? Frankie, I don't know if you know this, but the theme for tonight is we're all going to jail because we're bad weathermen.
We're all going to jail.
We're all going to jail except Pete. He's going to die. That's the theme of the show tonight.
I've got a question for Frankie.
Yes.
Okay, Mark.
Frankie, should I get ketchup flavored chips or all dressed flavored chips now that I'm in Canada?
All dressed.
Okay, thank you.
Down in the States, they call it ketchup. In Canada, they call it ketchup.
Right. Any other questions for Frankie McDonald?
You know, I was just thinking he needs to start charging some money. He's got his own big cardboard cutout there, you know. Whenever somebody takes a picture, you know, charge like 25 cents.
Oh, man.
If Frankie was greedy, man, you know, if
Yeah.
he was greedy.
That's pretty cool, though, Frankie. That's awesome, man.
And Justin there. Excellent. Good to see you. Good to see you. Any more questions for Frankie here on the panel?
Have you had poutine lately, Frankie? People were talking about
Long time
poutine.
ago.
Oh, not recently.
And did you hear about this? I think it's great so far. I'm having a great day, and it's mild outside in Sydney, Nova Scotia right now. It's got foggy outside in Sydney right now.
Yeah, you got some bad weather coming to the Maritimes still in the next couple of days too, don't you? Some risk of thunderstorms tomorrow there. All that bad weather that's in Quebec right now.
Not in my area, but other areas.
Yeah, it's not coming quite to Sydney, is it?
It's going to be hitting New Brunswick. It's going to hit in Quebec, where Base Guy is. Montreal.
It's there right now. If there's no other
Base
further,
Guy Studio is under reconstruction as of right now. I repeat, Base Guy Studio is under reconstruction.
Can you repeat that again?
Base Guy Studio is under reconstruction.
let's go have a look, Ian.
Welcome
if I can-
to the Lost Culture Creek mine.
See if I can find a way in here that doesn't get my feet soaking wet.
That's not going to happen. You're going to get soaked anyway. Oh, the kids don't come in the
No,
scary mine. Hello.
I'm not walking through there in my
I know.
shoes.
No. This goes in about 800 feet and branches twice, like into two different variations.
Yeah.
And it's there's a stope, and you can, but I can't see where they reach to surface because there's water coming in from surface.
Oh, there has to be air vents, yeah.
Yeah. And there must be another adit somewhere too, because the piles don't match up. Like the amount of material doesn't add up for how much they did. Like the pile is huge out here, where the workings don't go in.
Yeah.
So they must, I think they gummed up somewhere. But yeah, this is a really fun little spot.
Until then, first let's go to Brooks, Alberta, and talk to Brandon Hauk, our one of the originals on the show. Been here for like 135 episodes as well. So
Wow.
good to see you, Brandon Hauk, once again.
Yes, I thought you were saying I've been here for 135 years. I'm like, whoa, that's a long time.
Well, you have. You're
I
a lot
guess
older than
I'm
you are.
ancient. That's right.
Well, the most important hockey news in the entire country is the Brooks Bandits have won the Rocky Mountain Cup.
Yes, we have. We defeated the Surrey Eagles over the weekend for the Rocky Mountain Challenge.
So Mark moved to a losing town.
Good job.
That's
yeah,
fine.
sorry about that.
We Portland
Yeah,
beat
but-
Prince George.
Yeah, he's like, hey, there's too much
Did you
winning
lose
going on around
your-
here.
Did you lose your ball today, Brandon?
Oh, on the golf course. Actually, no, I did not
Yeah.
lose my golf ball today. I shot it straight, and it didn't go in the water. It didn't go in the bunker. It stayed right in the middle of the fairway. So I think I shot a pretty good game today. Yeah,
What do you got in the for Western Canada weather, Brandon?
Western Canada weather. Oh, Western.
The Brandon
Canada.
Hauk Report.
That's right.
I forgot to say it.
The Brandon Hauk Report.
Oh, hi. This is the Brandon Hauk Report.
Yeah, you forgot to say it. It's like, come on. Okay, so Western Canada weather. We've had some, had some bumpy weather this past week, especially on Monday, where we had a few, actually a couple pretty good thunderstorms roll off in through central region of the province, and officially at least 5 tornadoes touching down in central Alberta. 4 just south of Camrose there. One was a hybrid tornado, at least. I think the others were pretty close to land spouty kind of things, but
Although
all
one in
rated
Edinburgh was quite
EF0s.
beautiful.
Oh yes, the one especially is very, very beautiful, no doubt. And all rated EF0s from the official report today. And there was one that did a little bit of damage to some shingles and such, and bent tower and such. So yeah, that was I think that was that one pretty big tornado that we saw that was really close to Edinburgh there. So yeah, very active start to the week here, and very windy, especially through the middle of the week. Last couple of days, I know Saskatchewan just had the wind for the last 3 days. Some areas gusting over 90 kilometers an hour, and we had those winds a couple of days ago. Today was pretty much our calmest day of the week, so it was very perfect for golf.
And today being, I forgot to say off the top of the show, Thursday, June 6th, the 80th anniversary of D-Day today. So just so everybody listening out there doesn't get confused about weather talk, weather predictions, which week and which days we're talking about. If you're hearing us on the radio next week sometime when we get replayed, blah, blah, blah. Go ahead, Brandon.
So yeah, now as we go into next week, we have the same area of low pressure still circulating over the prairies. And we actually have snow falling in northern Saskatchewan right now, as of June the 6th here. So far way up near the Northwest Territories, it's cold enough for snow, and it's accumulating quite rapidly up there at this time as well. And that cold front is going to sag its way towards south. So earlier this week, we were thinking, oh, we're going to really heat up this weekend and see our temperatures pushing near 30. Now, that cold front's nah. That not going to be the case, as it's going to be dropping down from the north, and we're going to see our temperatures plummet on Saturday. So today and tomorrow will be low 20s still, so nice start to the day. And then Friday into Saturday, expect those temperatures, especially as we get through the weekend, the 8th of June here. Temperatures will be only in single numbers for daytime highs in parts of Alberta and Saskatchewan. And with a gusty northerly wind, some showers to go along with that, and even areas like Fort McMurray and a couple of higher terrain might even get a few wet flurries with that as well as we get into the weekend. So it's not going to be pleasant, especially as we're in the month of June here. So we'll see that cold front go through the weekend, cool us down, and then we'll warm up afterwards. So we'll see our temperatures recover into next week and get back to the 20s. And looks like we may have some opportunity for some thunderstorms and possibly pretty close to severe weather, possibly into towards the middle of the week there. And now, since we're talking about going to jail here, I got a couple of...
Some of those forecasts were really off. I mean, we were expecting hot weather, and you know that in Canada, it's illegal to give a false weather report. So, I mean, these are serious charges. So, Brandon, we're all confessing tonight. When's the time that you got the weather wrong?
When's the time when I got...
Never!
We're all going to jail, except Hulk. He's going to die.
Over in Singapore, it's illegal. It can't jaywalk in Singapore over there because they're really strict.
They're really strict in Singapore.
Wow. So speaking of illegal stuff, so in Australia, Queensland there, a man, he got caught stealing bananas, right, at a market there. And all he stole was bananas. That's right. And he was driving.
I'm shocked this wasn't Vegemite.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, ew.
But yes.
So, I think you're here, but this deportation means a kick to the country.
That's right.
Did he get kicked out of Australia for stealing bananas?
I don't know, but he was driving a Maserati, a luxury vehicle, while stealing bananas. So he actually didn't really need to steal the bananas, you know?
Yes, he did. He spent all his money on his Maserati.
Yeah, you don't know what that car payment's like, man.
You can't afford bananas. You can't afford gas. I can't afford.
Wasn't he able to get away in his Maserati?
He couldn't afford.
Well,
gas.
that's how he got away. He got caught on camera, so now they're upping security at this market now because he got. Well, they caught him, but he got away. So
the Maserati bandit pilfered all their
Maserati bandit
and made a break for it.
And then Air India, this flight crew got caught smuggling gold in their butts. So there you go.
There you go. They're all going to jail except
They're going to
Pete.
jail.
He's going to die. Okay.
And did you hear about this? In Russia, you can't speak against the government.
You can't speak against the government or give false weather reports in Russia. Brandon, so the new tradition on the show is going to be, to make this easier for me, after you give your weather report, you get to pick the next person.
Oh, I get to pick the next person. Well. Who do we have here? Well, we haven't heard from Justin for a few weeks here, so I'll pick him. You're it.
I like it. I like it. Justin Ortel out there in Brandon, Manitoba. How you doing so far?
Good. Lots of skeeters out here. We've anyone who lives in Manitoba or obviously follows the weather knows we've had ample moisture this spring so far. So, all the bugs are definitely out, and it's kind of actually been nice. As much as I've hated the wind the last few days, it's actually helped keep those bugs away. So now the wind is calming down out here, and they're hungry, obviously, and I better watch out. They're going to get me. But I agree with what Brandon was saying. That is definitely a plunge of colder air coming for the weekend. Places in Manitoba, Swan River, Western Manitoba, the Duck Mountains and Riding Mountains could get a touch of frost there on Saturday night with that cold front coming down. So definitely might be time to, put some blankets over those plants.
Hi, everybody. I came in late, but I'm with Justin, the Manitoba Weather Center. So,
anyways, I know there's been, again, with all that rain, a lot of farmers haven't even been able to seed yet. So they're reaching those, that time frame where if they don't get their crop in the ground, they won't get crop insurance for those crops. It's been an interesting spring so far. I hope we get some heat coming soon. I'd love to go for, a storm chase soon. Hopefully we get some active weather, but I think it'll be nice this weekend to get things a little calmer in regards of wind and, get some more sunshine across Manitoba.
We're all going to jail except for Pete. He's going to die. We're all going to jail! It's illegal to give false weather reports. What's the time you gave a bad weather report, Justin?
I was trying to think about that. Probably, I think it was a couple years ago where this big Colorado low was supposed to come, and we all know how they like to work sometimes. Looks like they're coming right towards you, and then they'll just kind of divert and go into Ontario or out west towards Alberta. And I had forecasted like over 30 centimeters of snow, and everybody was saying, well, not even snowflakes flying outside. That was a big dud.
Oh, I hate when that happens. Yeah, and that's the thing is that you can have that location change very significantly in that part of the country. Whereas you're in BC, it's like if bad weather's coming to the coast, I mean, everyone's going to get a little bit of the bad weather probably somewhere, somehow, right? Yeah. So the tradition of the show, for now on going forward, you get to pick the next person.
Well, let's hear from Hilding if he's on here tonight.
Hilding Donaldson, my good friend in Grassy Plains. How you doing, friend?
Well, we've been having blustery clouds, a few good soaker showers every day here for the past week. But we've also had sunshine every day, and we're having some nice sunshine now, and there's little patches of blue sky all over the place. So basically, it's good for our pastures, and it's not too wet that everybody's complaining. So we're actually really enjoying the weather that we're having right now. And last Saturday, of course, we had the mud bog, and while it was cloudy and my videos turned a little bit dark colored, we managed to get the whole mud bog through with only one tiny squall of sleet and no rain. So that was an interesting one. So yeah, we've got getting into our season where our hay is growing, and we're expecting to get a crop. We're happy for that. Had an interesting one this week. The bull decided that he didn't want to eat hay anymore, and he jumped over the fence and gets out into the hayfield. And after he tries it 3 times, we finally had to turn him out to the pasture where he could be with some cows.
That settled him down quick, eh?
Yeah. Well, he was a bull that didn't test right, and we should have shipped him, but we didn't get last sale. So he's not necessarily bringing money in.
Right. When's the time you got a farming prediction wrong, Hilding?
Farming prediction wrong? Pretty much every year. But about 2 years ago, one time I predicted that the rain had quit and we were going to have some good weather. So I went out and mowed down a field of hay, and it was 2 months later before we could bale it. So we ended up having to just pasture it because it was so black it wouldn't have even made bales.
There was a lot of that in 2021 too, I believe. When it turned rainy, everything just, you couldn't get hay off. Who do you pick to go next, Hilding?
Let's see what Mark has to say about his move up to Surrey.
I expected you to say that. Mark Ingalls, meteorologist Mark, you got your new job in Canada. You've escaped from the Trump regime. So as you saw, I made a small meme this week where Donald Trump's, he's in his golf car with Eric, and there's about 10 police cars behind them, and then my caption was, here's Don making a run for the border. And that meme went super viral. It's been shared like 5,000 times. And I have like this angry, nonstop stream of Americans writing me hate mail and like insane messages, really, really insane things that they're saying to me, right? And these guys, they're trolling. They're just on there. They've left like 20 comments telling me to get a life, and they have the one guy's got 73 friends. I thought, wow, you're really telling me to get a life. You got one friend for every year of your sorry life, but.
I'd be willing to bet that only about 3% of those people have ever had passports in their life.
Yeah. So I'm not afraid of their death threats, but anyways, welcome to Canada.
Thank you. Yes, I am here in Surrey. It is great. It will be better when I am not here alone and have my family up here with me. But it's pretty fun. About a few weeks ago, we came up to do the work permit stuff, and my daughter was great sitting in the customs office. We were there for about an hour and a half, and the first thing she asked for after we get on Highway 99 coming into Surrey was McDonald's. And I was like, you know what? We can go to McDonald's. You didn't make any fuss. Like, you just sat there in this government office for an hour and a half. And so we go to McDonald's, and I discover that poutine is on the menu, and it's only $1.80. And, it does not have to be very good at $1.80, so it was acceptable. And the first thing I hadn't even been in Canada for half an hour, and had some poutine. So it was good. I love poutine just in general. So I'm very excited to be here.
Now do yourself a favor. Next time you're at the store, get yourself Hawkins Cheesies.
Yes.
And we'll talk about it next week.
Okay, hold on.
My dad loves Hawkins Cheesies. They're the best cheesies on the planet.
Specifically a Canadian thing?
Yes.
Is that unique to Canada?
Yeah, they're made in Belleville, Ontario. With the dairy farm that I grew up on, some of the milk we sent went to Hawkins Cheesies.
Seriously.
We don't have them in the U.S.
They're made with real cheese, and that's why B.A. Johnston has his Hawkins. He rocks the hawk. His song about Hawkins Cheesies, and he went around the audience pouring Hawkins Cheesies in their mouth while he sang the song
Lord
in Prince George.
Okay.
Excellent.
This next song is a song about Canada's greatest invention. And no, it's not about Velcro. No, it's not about insulin. No, it's not about peanut butter. It's about the pride of a little town called Belleville, Ontario. A little product called Hawkins Cheesies. Just gonna open this bag up. Let the smell hit my nose. Oh, you can smell the real cheese in every bag. I don't mess with cheese puffs. I don't mess with Chester Cheetah. And you cheese puff eaters better bow down to a cheesy that's superior. I'm always rocking the hot, real cheese in it. I think it's how I'm still alive. I never wanted to eat something from Belleville, but here we are.
One last question about the whole spot the difference between Canada and US thing. Kinder Eggs. What's the deal with Kinder Eggs? I've heard that they're banned in the US, but they're available here.
Yeah, well, in the U.S. they're banned because they're a choking hazard for children. You see, because in the U.S. we don't trust our parents to watch their kids.
You know what else is a choking hazard? Is bullets.
It could also be argued that in Canada we care less about children choking on things. It's natural selection. I might get in trouble for saying that.
It's so rare because our children are so much smarter than American kids.
So which one would you rather have? Canadian natural selection or American lazy parenting?
Canadian bacon.
They're both natural selection. We could argue that they're both natural selection. It's you're selecting which of your children will live by not paying attention, or just giving them things and seeing.
One or both the Russian parents.
Well, I think the Russian parents are rushing to get out.
We're doing it different.
Over
Good
in Russia.
one.
What things you can't do in Russia?
Yeah, there's a lot of things you can't do in Russia, but something you can do in Oregon is stand outside in the rain because they had a Category 4 atmospheric river in the last week. This brought a little bit of rain to British Columbia, but down there, this is like atmospheric rivers definitely happen on the West Coast into
Then they
June.
got the La Nina developing off the coast of Ecuador. That's another thing.
Yes, and that's going to bring a lot of atmospheric rivers to BC, Washington, and Oregon this winter, hopefully. That'll be really nice after the dry winter we had here. So atmospheric rivers are not uncommon this time of year, but ones of this size are, and it wasn't like particularly, there wasn't a ton of moisture. Like there was a lot, obviously, to be an atmospheric river, but what it was it lasted for like 3 days. So that was pretty interesting. More midweek action coming for BC next week with some showers in the interior. But first, we're going to get not hot by any means. We've talked about that a little bit, but it will get a little bit warmer. We did 20 here in Surrey today, and I think we're heading for 24 tomorrow. That's probably the most we're going to get. A little bit warmer inland, of course, in the lower mainland. Possible Colorado low heading over to Ontario late in the week next week, and that'll bring a shot of some eastern prairie rain. I don't know if Justin will get any of that or not, but and talking about eastern prairies, my dad of course lives in Minnesota, about 10 miles or 15 kilometers from the border there, and he was saying the same thing to me that Justin was saying, that the fields are so wet that the farmers can't plant. And like my dad's got friends there in northern Minnesota who have like tracks on their tractors instead of wheels, and even the people with tracks cannot get into their fields to plant. So I'm really glad you brought
that bad.
Yeah, at least Lake of the Woods, and Justin was saying over by Brandon. So I'm really glad you brought that up, Justin, because I was going to ask you about it. And my dad talking about this moisture, his sump pump failed to work, and it did not break. It's because he forgot to turn it on after winter ended. So he got about 3 inches of water there in his basement and lost a beanbag that was so big that my wife and I slept on it once overnight comfortably. Like we're talking, this thing is the size of like it's smaller than a queen bed, but it's bigger than a twin. And he said that thing weighed about 500 pounds to carry out after it was loaded with water.
Oh my gosh.
That's what you get for not turning on your sump pump there, Dad, if you're watching there in Minnesota.
Well, my parents, 2022, their sump pump failed, and they had about 2 feet of water in their basement, and they had to redo their entire basement because they flooded during a rainstorm. Yeah, you want to make sure your sump pump's running. You have insurance claims you have to deal with.
Last thing, heat wave. Possibly in week 2, so not next week, but the week after. That'll be aimed at Eastern Canada and the Northeast U.S. My failed weather forecast. Okay, I've had many as a meteorologist. Today,
how many people died?
Luckily 0, because I do not do that kind of forecasting. That's one of the best parts about my job is when I screw up, nobody dies. We may lose $100,000, but nobody dies. So today I forecast
officially
now,
after they lose $100,000.
I forecast now for an energy market in the U.S. called PJM. It basically goes from Chicago to the Atlantic coast. And today I said that the thunderstorms were going to be oriented in Virginia and Washington, D.C. and miss Baltimore. And they did form in Virginia, but then in Maryland as well. And so it rained in Baltimore, not in Washington, D.C., and that messed up how energy load was distributed in PJM. And so today, I don't know how much money. I don't think we lost any money because the traders were able to get out of those trades. But, yep, today I screwed up the forecast for Maryland. So that was nice.
We're all going to jail. Oh, welcome. Good work. Hey, it happens. We're all going to jail for it. You gotta pick somebody. We gotta go quick. We got so
Let's
much
go to
get through.
Imogen, right across the straight there.
Oh, good. Great. What I do to you? It's, I have never had a terminal weather error. I have never thrown lightning bolts that I shouldn't have been throwing. I have never thrown a lightning bolt and blown up a power transformer, although I do insist that we get piranha rain every once in a while, or at the very least frog rain. I'm just usually incorrect on it. It happens occasionally, just not here. So I'm right, just not at the right place or time. Does that count? I think that counts. I'm going to say that counts, and therefore I am an amazing weather predictor.
Agreed.
Right? Yeah, that's it for weather. Victoria's damp and sunny, and then bright and damp. And today is just more bright and damp and sunny and damp. Ground's dry, it's not raining, blue skies, but it's somehow damp. High humidity, always. But nothing fatal, nothing worth going to jail for, nothing that exciting. And now I'm sad. Thanks, Joey.
Fair enough. And Mark pointed out earlier, that's why, because it's illegal to give a false weather forecast in Canada, that's why Environment Canada is such big warning in areas. That's why the 200-kilometer wide tornado warning that happened in Northern Ontario this week is because of that. We haven't talked to Saskatchewan yet, so would you maybe we're running out of people. We're running out of provinces, Imogen. You're probably going to have to pick Saskatchewan.
What do we have left? I mean, I kind of want to hear another Frankie update. So, Frankie, tell me, where in the world has had some piranha rain most recently? Where's the most recent animal rain been?
Spraying cats and dogs in southern India because they're in the monsoon season in southern India.
Best answer ever.
And South Africa's getting a lot of snow. There must be bringing a lot of snowstorms to South Africa lately.
There you go. So, Hank Leister, you've been waiting outside patiently. We haven't talked to anyone from Saskatchewan yet.
Brandon was right. It has been windy here in Saskatchewan. And to continue the conversation about, forecasts that went awry, for me, the one that was most embarrassing was just my friend and I in a vehicle. And we had a big storm near us. And I was watching radar. And I thought I was watching live radar, but it wasn't, as it turned out. But anyway, she's driving, my friend Cynthia. I'm in the passenger seat watching radar. We got a storm right out my window that I can bloody see. And I'm staring at the radar telling her, keep going. It's going to come in behind us, I think. And she's looking out the windshield kind of in my direction going, Hank, what are you talking about? It's coming right on top of us. The thing that happened was I was looking at radar that was like 18, 20 minutes old, and it hadn't refreshed because we were in a bad cell area. And so I was giving her bad information when I could have just been seeing the storm with my own two eyes. And luckily, nothing bad happened, but it's lucky we didn't get some good-sized hail on us, So yeah, that sort of thing can happen. We had here in Wilkie a very unusual, and it was just localized. We normally only get, 10 to 20 millimeters of rain in a given day. That's about it's really rare to get over 20 millimeters here in Wilkie. But on Monday, we had storms move in around midnight, and it was just rainstorms. So all the lightning was done at about 11:30, 12 o'clock midnight. But by the time everything got to Wilkie, there was no lightning left in it. But then on Tuesday morning, I checked my rain gauge, and 61 millimeters, all in like 18 hours.
That's wild.
I couldn't even believe it because it must all happen mostly when I was sleeping, and it must have just been a train of rainstorms, one following the other one. That happens sometimes. To put it in perspective, last year in the months of August, September, October combined, those 3 months, which are low rainfall months, I know, but the 3 month total was 41 millimeters. And this week we had 61 millimeters in just one day, less than a day. Anyway.
So that does put it in perspective. Thank you. Good to see you, Hank. Thanks for that report.
Yeah.
You know, we're all going to jail. So tonight's theme is we're all going to jail because we're bad weathermen. We got the baddest weatherman just showed up actually down in southern Ontario. You got some rap for us this time, man? We haven't seen you in so long. How's it going, Gabriel?
I know. I mean, you know, I've been okay. I mean, you know, tracking everything. I mean, I know that you've seen a few of my my Instagram or my what was it on Facebook posts, right? About that, you know, yeah. I mean, you know, I've been, you know, just posting all this, you know, this oh my God, man, I could not like. Sorry, but yeah, I've been posting, you know, all of the like you know like
Spit it out, buddy.
the updates on the storms, and all that stuff. And I've been okay. Rapping wise, I haven't really rapped in a while. I don't know. I mean like I could, although it might be a little bit rusty. I don't know.
Yeah, what do you say, guys? How about we give him 1 week to prepare, or he goes to jail?
Yeah.
Well, Gabriel, how rusty do you think you'd be? When's the last time you did it? How rusty?
About a week ago.
It's not rusty.
That's
You
a long
jerk.
time. I haven't played a show in 5 years, and I can still rule.
Well, I mean, look, like the last time I was even on here, I think it was like Christmas time or something. I don't know, right? Like, right? I don't know.
So it's
I know
good
a few of you guys, so I'm on here just to, you know, like see how everybody is, right? Like I didn't have any like script prepared. I don't really like usually have one. Usually I just say, you know, like, oh, I mean, yeah, you know, like we're gonna get this, you know, like some storms in the next
freestyle. That's just freestyle.
We love you just as you are, G.
Yeah, that's what normally
We do have to keep moving because I still got some things we got to do tonight.
Okay, guys, go ahead.
So if you don't have a rap next week, Gabriel Berardo, GB, the rapping weatherman down there in Toronto, we will send you to jail.
Yes, sir.
We're all going to jail except Pete. He's going to die. That's the theme of the show tonight. Let's go back to Manitoba. Mike, how's it going there in Manitoba?
Pretty good actually. I'm surprised that it's a lot cooler than average here. Like today, it's like woke up this morning and it's cold enough you had to put like shorts on. I was talking to Justin and he said that it has been like a lot cooler than average and wetter than average this year. I'm kind of concerned about the crops that they're not going to plant this year, and if they don't plant, then we also have to kind of suffer. So I'm hoping that there's some change, because when I went to the White Shell this weekend, I went to the White Shell at a retreat this weekend, and I was eaten alive by mosquitoes, probably the size of some of them are like really big, really like adult-sized mosquitoes. But the water level and the moisture in the grass was just like absolutely sopping wet. So I confirm Mark Ingalls is right. But I do hope the weather warms up a little bit, because Environment Canada the last couple of days has been saying next week we're going to go into the high 20s. And I would say that this is not June weather. This is more like leprechaun March weather being thrown at us in a summer fashion. I think the only thing that needs to change is I think that the northwest flow has to get out of here and the southwest flow comes back, because this weather is making me tired, groggy, sleepy, and there's not a lot of sun, and I need that sun to have my energy levels. So hope there's some change and some big storms over the coming weeks, because I've been riled up and I'm like, okay, I'm excited, but then we get hit with a massive rain, that storm we had earlier last week. It turned from a squall line into a rain mess. So something isn't right with the climate in Manitoba this summer. I hope there's some change. to that because Justin and I are excited for storm chasing, or at least storms.
I got fun for you, Michael. Look, there you go.
There you go. Some sunshine.
it's coming.
So I still got Frankie. You ready for videos? We still got videos to play. It's important we play
Yes.
these this week. And we do have Joe Stover report, so that's why we came back to Manitoba. We got Joe Stover at the top of the videos. Okay, and then we got some Frankie videos, and then we got of course CFIR, CKUW, and CFBX are all radio stations that love to play B.A. Johnston. So we got a little B.A. Johnston report from my trip to the show. If you're Frankie's ready, I'm ready.
Yes, I'm ready.
Joe Stover, can you please come over and give us a Churchill report? He's a CKUW radio host. You can never have enough Joe.
Howdy, folks. Joe Stover here, your Northern Manitoba correspondent for the Comedeorological report. The continuing rain has finally stopped here in Churchill after almost 3 days of downpours, about 40 millimeters so far, which isn't so bad considering it was pretty dry here. But what does that mean for the mosquitoes? Well, it means that they'll probably rule the roost up here for the rest of the summer, unless we get some below freezing weather after it heats up next week. But I dare say that we may have seen the last of the sub-zero temperatures until maybe September, which makes me sad because I hate summer. Give me hoodie weather all year and I'd be a happy camper. Anyway, next week we'll have highs of up to 15 degrees with a lot more sun than we've had over the last week. So that's great news for the sun lovers. I am not one, but if you are, well, la-di-da. I will end this segment with a poem. I assume that's why you tuned in today, was to hear some poetry, so here you go. The weather, it is crappy, but I've never been so happy to have a group who jibs the jab of whether or not it's good or bad. Joey hosts, Imogen produces, and Frankie is the boss, better than Bruce is. Brandon tells you what's up in the prairies. If weather is ice cream, this show is the dairy. Here's a cheesy type of joke. Joey's the only one who's been in the smoke. I had to make those two rhyme. I'll try to be better, though comedy is great when it's covered in cheddar. The rain has left us on Old Hudson Bay. They say warmer temperatures are just days away. I won't jump for joy. In fact, it's a bummer that we have to deal with the season that they call the summer. I want it cold. I know Frankie agrees. We like it when we can go outside and freeze. I'd rather have snow. I'd rather it frosty. The toll 30-degree weather takes on my body is costly. I'm a pale-skinned ginger. What can I say? The sun tries to kill me nearly every single day. The hotter the better, I hear lunatics yell. To which I say, they can go straight to hello everybody, welcome to our sound check. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now back to the show.
This is not a test.
With apologies to Washboard Hank.
Including countries that don't even speak English. That's before I bought my new phone.
You can't hear it, Frankie?
My dad wrote lyrics. He played his own guitar by himself. He played a guitar all by himself. He mastered a song. He wrote his own song. My dad, Frank Down, made his song spinning around on his SoundCloud. Mystic Mist. My dad, Frank Down, wrote lyrics for that. He's writing a lot of songs. He's making a lot of music lately. You guys can give it a listen to my dad's latest song, Spinning Around on his SoundCloud, Mystic Mist. My dad, Frank McDowell, wrote his own song, played the guitar all by himself, mastered a song, and my dad made his latest song on his SoundCloud, Spinning Around on his SoundCloud, Mystic Mist. Give it a listen for Frank Down.
This next song is a song about when your mother buys you an industrial-sized box of dark meat chicken nuggets for a very late christening gift. And then she has the audacity to refuse to cook you the chicken nuggets. I roll over in the middle of the night. I toss some shrimp in and go back to sleep. Then later on, when I wake up, on delicious deep fried shrimp I shall sup. Got a deep fryer in my bed. Prince George, got a deep fryer in my bed. Terrible. Did anybody see that coming? Did anybody see that coming? This next song is a song about every Hamiltonian's favorite thing in the world, which is getting and cashing GST check. Give me some treats. GST. Give me some treats. GST. GST check. GST check. Give me some treats. GST. GST check. GST check. Give me some treats. GST. I deserve this. Early Christmas. Heading down to the shitty kitty. Giant Tiger is the place to be. Gonna have a feast so kingly. Chicken burgers like the only. Give me some treats. GST. Give me some treats. GST. GST check. GST check. Give me some treats. GST. GST check. GST check. Give me some treats. GST. Make some mistakes tonight. Tonight. We're all going to jail. Except Pete. He's gonna die. Make some mistakes tonight. Tonight. And his heroes off in the sunset. It's fast as she can. Run the beats. Feisty fight. We're all going to jail. Except Pete. He's gonna die. Make some mistakes tonight. Tonight. We're all going to jail. Except Pete. He's gonna die. Make some mistakes tonight. Tonight. We're all going to jail. Except Pete. He's gonna die. Make some mistakes tonight. Tonight.
More people have been arrested today than the entire weekend last year.
Thank you so
I
much.
filmed a great show for you there.
Oh, I appreciate that too.
I'll send you some nice videos. Sounds good. And the stuff that's uncensorable, we'll put on Rogers. We'll put on Rogers TV next.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Better than Bell 5, Rogers.
You win.
I'm Frankie McDonald.
Yo, on that note, Gabriel's got a beat ready.
Excellent, B. Let's go, Gabriel.
Yes, thank you guys. How could I miss a rap? Like I'm like sometimes like I think and I'm just like so like you know like I have to do a rap for you guys, right? Of course I do, right? Like
time's quick. Get it in.
All right.
Go.
Alrighty, guys. Here we go.
Want to hear this?
I like it. So, you know what I mean? I'm a little bit rusty, so I'm just letting you guys know. I'll do my best for you guys though, okay? Hear the beat good? Could everybody hear it good?
Yeah, original beats
okay, good. Man, I was on the Joey Only show. Then I told them that I only rapped about a week ago. But then for the week, man, he told me that GB, what you gonna tell? You could not be one of the weathermen that's gonna go to jail. So we gotta ring up hell. So we gotta go and rap this beat. Look at me when I get it. Everybody really wanna go and stick this heat like a rich, like a high person from the US. Y'all already know that I bring this like I'm the weatherman on the bus. Y'all already know that I'm the weatherman and chosen material that could y'all crush. Man, I'm rapping like a damn winger. Haters, really better watch out. Haters, really better watch out. Look at everyone like I be tracking all the weather. Everybody, they gotta go and get this sweater. Look at me, gotta go rap like a damn record setter. Looking at me like a weak gut, never gonna bust. Every single hater know that I be tracking the weather all over Southern Ontario. Yeah, nobody know that I've been like Mark Robinson because I'm a hero though. Cause I've been tracking the weather in my weather network vehicle. Wherever I go, it doesn't matter cause I'm like so sober. Never stop until the weather is over. I'm lucky and more like a 4-leaf clover. These haters, they better just notice. Cause looking at me when I'm rapping, I gotta go look at the focus and focus. Now look at the haters and they gotta know what I think like I'm posting these facts in a show. When they're looking at me when I do the video, these haters they know that I spit the shit right in the studio. Man, I cannot swear on this. Hold up, wait, I gotta care on this. Cause I don't wanna be the weatherman that's gonna go to jail. Yes, I can tell. Yes, to ring the bell. Haters know that my rap goes torrential. Just like the drip on me, I got potential. Just like the storm rain is torrential. Because I've been falling like hell, I'm never gonna bail out of jail. These haters know that you can't tell. I got more work than a jail cell. Yes, you know that I just go hard and never discard all these haters, man. You know that I got a card of weather. And yeah, I got a forecast. I'm never lacking. I'm always tracking. I'm forecasting these and all these money I'm stacking because I'm chasing on the road. I'm keeping up on my toes. These haters know that I just rose from the dead like the like on me on the joke. You only show somehow. I'm kind of sick in the head. How could I not do a freestyle today? How could I be just laying in my bed at like 10 o'clock at night? It doesn't make sense. I gotta go rap on the show because haters now they want to hang me like Mike Pence. It doesn't make sense, but I get the rhyme with the pencil and I get it out. These haters, they know that I'm sticking the facts and I'm keeping it wet. I'm like a drought. These haters, they just gotta know what the hell I'm about. Yes, they just know what I'm about. When I be rapping on the show, we only show many told me that you had to rap. And yes, I know I had to rap. And yes, I know I had to rap. I had to speak all the facts. These haters didn't know that I'm making the rap. Haters didn't know. They're looking at me get it when they better get a spit it for more than a minute. Cause I be feeling infinite because they better gotta get it. Every single hater better gotta never gonna tell me because I better gotta rap. And everybody wanna see me when it rings. They're looking at me when I'm talking all the way. When I change everybody, but they gotta see me rap on the beat now. Hold up, hey man, that's it. Now let me go to sleep. Come on, man, easy.
There we go. We love you. Good to see you, Gabriel. Good to
Yeah,
hear you.
yeah, I don't know about it.
Out of Southern Ontario.
And then-
Dude,
Am I the only one who wants to see?
And if you want to follow me on social media, my blue sky's at Frankie MacD. My Twitter's at Frankie MacD. My Facebook is Frankie McDonald. My Linktree is Frankie McDonald. My Instagram is Frankie MacD94. My TikTok is FrankDonald94. My Clapper's FrankDonald94. My Twitch is FrankDonald94. My Snapchat is Frankie MECDON. My YouTube channel stocks will say my LinkedIn's Frankie McDonald. Best luck to you. I'm Frank Donald. You're listening to Meteorological Weather Report on every Thursday nights at 7 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Atlantic.
right on. That's Frankie. And thanks to extra special appearance from B.A. Johnston this week. He used to be the booking agent at Gus's Pub in Halifax, and that's when I first became friends with B.A. Johnston back in the day. Anyways, that's the show for this week. I'm Joey Only up in Wells Caribou. And you know what? We're all going to jail, except Hulk. He's gonna die. We're making some trouble tonight. That's except Frankie, he's gonna die. We're making some trouble tonight. That's the show, Frankie.
That's the show.
That's the show. That's the show, Hulk.
That's not the show.
It is the show. You're wrong. You're going to jail now. That's the show, Justin. That's the show, Hilding. That's the show, Michael.
Yeah. I'm not going to jail. I give you a rap.
Yeah, you did. That's why.
That's the show, Gabriel Berardo.
I'm not going
That's
to
the
jail.
show, Hilding Donaldson and Mark Ingalls and
That's
Imogen
the show.
Bailey. That's the show, everybody.
Go to
Bye.
jail, Gabriel. Gabriel, go to jail so you can be a real rapper.
I never wanted to eat something from Belleville, but here we are. I'm living in a cloud of wood dust, and I'm leading my best life. Hawkins is life. Hawkins is life. Hawkins is life. 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 It's life. I got a disease. I can't stop eating these Hawkins cheesies. I'm living in a cloud of orange dust. Cloud of orange dust. Cloud of orange dust. Cloud of orange dust. And I rock the hawk. Rock the hawk. I rock the hawk. I rock the hawk. Rock the hawk. I rock the hawk. At your wedding, it's a lovely ceremony. But each you reach your vows, everyone stares at me. I inhale these delicious hot and cheesies. At your funeral, you look down, you curse me as I read your eulogy. I inhale hot and cheesies, and your eulogy is also about hot and cheesies. Hot and cheesies. It's like I got a disease. I can't stop eating these hot and cheesies. I'm living in a